everyone. This is your Frontier Opening Bell. We're back after the weekend. Hope you enjoyed one. I did myself. But let's just get on to see the first market day in the second week in October 7th, on Monday. That's what it is. The Nigerian stock market on Friday finished off about 0.47%. That's in the positive territory. The BRVM fell back about 50 points. The Egyptian stock market was closed Friday, but finished off positive about 1.2% on Thursday. The Nairobi market got a bit of a positive week. Most of last week finished 108.31 on the Osha index, where the GSE was down by 0.15%. The Zimbabwe stock market roared 2.25% on Friday. That's all about it. Uganda stock market also eked out about 0.5% gain. Just a summary of how we finished off the first Friday in the new month, and of course the final quarter of the year. But let's get on and see what's making the headlines. The East Africa is looking to gain from the lifting of the ban on rice exports that India is looking to do. Remember, India decided to place ban on rice exports, and a few other items are at the start of the Russia-Ukraine war. Grains were in huge demand globally: rice, wheat, corn, and a few other items. So India had to place the ban on exports of some of those items. Now, the country says it's lifting that. That will be a major boost for East Africa. The EFDB has approved $134 million for water infrastructure in DR Congo, as well as the rest of Central Africa. That's some good news they can use over there. Rwanda is now leading Africa as far as the latest World Bank business ready survey. The World Bank about 3-4 years ago suspended the ease of doing business report, which was criticized due to a number of issues around the structure of that particular report and modalities and what have you. Now it's come up with another report, which is the World Bank says is much better. It's got a business ready, and Rwanda is leading the African continent. Ethiopia, Horn of Africa, says it's posted 8.1% economic growth during its fiscal year just ended. Let's move on to West Africa. Some good news. For the second straight month, the Nigeria's PMI, that's the Purchasing Managers Index, was a positive 50.5 in the month of September, taking another month on board. That's an expansion around 50, but just still a little bit testy, as it were, just 5 basis points in September, 50.2 reading in August. If you look at across the sectors, agri posted a stronger positive PMI number, which was 51.4. Services was 51.3.0. That's just at the doorstep of expansion. And then you have industry down at 49.7. In the meantime, Nigerian industry executives have praised the new policies, which was announced last week by the Ministry of Finance, to allow more investments in the deep offshore water, oil and gas business in Nigeria. That will include buying more new assets and getting to see more investment from abroad and from within the country into that particular sector. Quite a whole lot that we dissected from that last week, aside the tax incentives that the government announced. Then, of course, you've got Ghana and the IMF reaching a high-level staff deal on $3 billion loan program. The announcement was made late Friday by Ghana's Finance Minister, Dr. Mohamed Amin. And the ADF, which is the African Development Fund, a concessionary lending arm of the EFDB, says it's going to hold a midterm review meeting in Benin Republic, Cotonou, that the financial and economic capital of Benin Republic. That's starting tomorrow. Until Thursday, it's going to be a 3-day meeting. We'll track that for you, anything that's coming through. In the meantime, South Africa is reporting corn exports, which is expected to jump by 1.9 to 1.9 million tons for the period ending April. That's according to industry sources from South Africa, while Petrobras says it's pick up a stake in South Africa's offshore oil block. In Mozambique, the country has approved $200 million Pemba Port concession for oil and gas. Mozambique is going through a major election, as it were. And Old Mutual of Zimbabwe reporting revenue 125% jump for the first half of this year, January to June. Net insurance service also came in at a very decent $250.7 million US dollars. Okay, let's take it up to the Northern African corridor, where Egypt reporting a slowdown in GDP of about 2.4% for its 2023-2024 period. And the country is looking to receive roughly $3 billion in funding from development partners. That's sorely needed by President El-Sisi. While Bokra and CIC said they launched a new 200,000 fund for Egyptian student entrepreneurs. And Carousel Mall says it's opened a new store in Rabat, Morocco. You can check that out if you're around that area. With about $60 million investment, while Egypt's NTLAC and Savannah Innovation Laboratory said they are putting their weight behind Sudanese entrepreneurs who are looking to do business in North Africa's biggest economy. Part of the support that Egypt is providing Sudan, which is civil war and political unrest, which is, of course, impacting the country's socio-economic conditions. And those are your headlines as we get the week started. But don't forget the big news, the biggest news this week from the international securities market is the IOSCO's Global Market Week. It will be celebrated for 1 week. And it's going to be a lot of activities around digital finance, how to improve financial literacy, expand the windows of financial inclusion. Many securities exchanges across Africa will be part of that. Watch out for that in your own jurisdiction. That's your Frontier Opening Bell, Monday, the 7th of October.